Here's the sun this morning on day 145. Here's the setup from this platform from last night. Season 1 used some rocks for her tie downs. I was able to do that on a couple of mine, and then I have a rock on that corner right there. And then I didn't put anything down where my vestibule is. Platform is all cleared off, and we are headed to the lodge to pick up Phoenix and for them to have some coffee this morning. Maybe I'll have some hot chocolate. It's a chilly morning, and I was cold at first when I went to bed last night, but got pretty warm, and then woke up this morning and my tent was so full of condensation on the inside and the outside. I think just because we're up in the high elevations with the clouds, everything just got wet. So hopefully later on today we can dry it out. Okay, we're headed into the lodge. The people that stay here get breakfast. Yeah. It's almost 8 o'clock and we are starting to climb right out of the hut to Mount House. What mountain are we going to?
Pierce.
Mount Pierce is our first one. We're on our way to Mount Pierce right now, but that is Mount Washington. That is where we're headed. That is going to be the highlight of the day. We got a little bit of hiking to do before we get there. Just made it to the peak of Mount Pierce, the first one of the day. There's the geological marker. Here's some of the views. We have another cairn over here. As of right now, today is a beautiful day. They're saying we could have some thunderstorms later on, but I'm praying that's not the case. We are coming off Mount Pierce, and we can see some of the trails that head towards Mount Washington, which is exciting. I am really looking forward to summiting that mountain, and I just pray that the weather holds out for us. Still on our way to Mount Washington. That right there is Mount Eisenhower. And we've opted not to do the other presidentials because we're worried that when we get to Mount Washington, we won't be able to get a view. And for me, the two ones that I really want to summit with a view is Mount Washington and Mount Katahdin. So we are because season 1 wanted to do the presidentials because that's something on her list to knock off in some of them, but she opted not to do it. You can see the trail. I can't really talk too much because it's so windy, but you can see definitely a windy day, as you can tell by my crazy hair. Mount Washington today. So excited. I love the trails when they're like this. It's so cool. You can just see people ahead of you, people behind you. It's so nice and open. Here comes Phoenix. She's been taking a lot of pictures lately, which I love because it helps me catch up to her. She's pretty fast. Yesterday I didn't film that much because I did so much climbing that I just couldn't bring my phone out. But today I think I can get a little bit more footage and stops. Show you Mount Washington for sure. Hopefully, I'll be able to share a beautiful view with you. Here she comes, climbing up the trail. On the climb, but I turned around to this. So amazing. There's Mount Washington. We're getting closer. Just one step at a time, baby. There it is, Mount Washington. We're getting closer and closer. I think we're first stopping at Lake in the Clouds Hut, which I'm not sure where it is in comparison to here. I haven't looked at the mileage, but it should be coming up pretty soon. Look at this. There is Lake in the Clouds Hut, and there is Mount Washington. That is our climb to get there, and then we will celebrate up there with some hot dogs and chili from their snack bar. But now we're gonna get either hot coffee, hot chocolate milk. Oh wait, let me try that again. Hot coffee, hot chocolate, and maybe a baked good. I wonder what kind of soup they have today. So I'll use my orange card that I got from the Ridge Runner to get a bakery good. I already used my soup yesterday, but I can always buy a bowl of soup if it's ready. It's only 10:36 right now, so we'll see. But I had a Cliff Builder bar this morning, and so I'm a little hungry. And so let's see what we got. Leaving the Lake of the Clouds Hut and heading up to Mount Washington, which is a 1.4 climb. And we are getting started now. It's like 11:12. There's a destination. It's just a stopover though. We still have Mount Madison to climb and then the descent to our campsite. Read this sign. This area has the worst weather in America. Many have died there from exposure, even in the summer. Turn back now if the weather is bad. I just talked to two guys coming down, and they said the views were awesome, the weather's great, and it's not too windy. So hopefully it'll be the same when we get up there. These cairns along the way to mark the trail. But this is what it looks like. Okay, this is where we've climbed. I want to show you. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a trail on that last hump. And then, I don't know if you can see the trails or not, but I can. And then there's the hut, and then came up this way. So we have 0.3 to get to the top. Climb through that, and we are now at the top of Mount Washington. Gonna head over to the sign. Golly, so hard to believe.
Now let's get a nice photo for you.
Yes. Well, I filmed my hike.
Yes.
Just got here.
It's a beautiful day out here. A little foggy, but you still got the mountain ranges that you can see. So amazing. Still a little resupply. Well, that's for lunch. And that's all I really could get right here.
That's mine.
Yes. I have some chips, chocolate milk, so it's got good protein. And then I got a beanie and some postcards. Okay, we are in the hiker's room at Mount Washington in the basement, and we are getting ready to take off and head to Mount Madison and then to our campsite. So I have my rain jacket on just because it's a little chilly and windy out. And hopefully it'll keep me warm, but not too warm. So here we go. North from Mount Washington, and there's the cog. And the sun lighting up that mountain. We are coming down off of Mount Washington, and this is our view. The cog is coming to my left. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to see or not. There it is. It'll carry people up and down to Mount Washington so they don't have to do the climb. There goes another cog. Okay, we've been climbing. We started up there at Mount Washington and come through all this. And we're continuing, continuing up there. Doing a lot of video because this is what I've been climbing. And I'll have to admit, this is my least favorite part of New Hampshire at this point in time, but I'm still climbing it. We didn't make it to our original campsite that we wanted, but we did a 0.5 down from the last hut, what was the name of the hut? Madison Spring Huts. And so we squeezed in here. Season 1 and I have this spot here that we squeezed into, and then Phoenix has another spot, but didn't get as far as we thought we were going to. And yeah, I'm toasted, but made it to Mount Washington, so that was a bonus. Well, that's the end of the day. I'm gonna make this short. I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Mount Washington was awesome, and so were the views, but I'd do without the rocks afterwards. All right, bye, peace out.